Press the bell icon on the YouTube app and never miss another update.
Siddharth, I think you're responsible for this serendipity. Because you chose us. You brought us together. There must have been something that made you reach out to Sonam, to Mohit, to me. What was it?
Yeah, for me, I was speaking to Bhavani this morning, talking about coming here. And I was telling her that 24th June, I was checking my email records. 24th June 2011 is the first time I read KAAFIR. 2011, 24th June is when Bhavani sent me that script. And I cried and howled, and she knows how emotionally, and even she knows by now because on the episodes when I've seen, and she and the editor have just seen me crying on the episodes, although I know the material. And that story was so divine that I told Bhavani, yes, I have to tell this story. Please let me tell this story. It took me 8 years. I have gone with this story to, at that point, to every producer. Like I was going with Hichki, I was going with KAAFIR. She knows that. These were the two films in my life. These were the two stories in my life, which I was desperate to make. Desperate as in really desperate to make. Hichki, of course, finally got made. And when I narrated this story to Tarun Katyal at ZEE5, and I just narrated a 3-minute idea, a 3 or 4-minute idea that this is what I want to do. And by then I had tried, other places. Tarun, his faith in me, Tarun and me go back a long way, but his faith in me of getting KAAFIR, of getting where we were trying to go with KAAFIR, where he said, make it, and make it the way you want to. Gave me the wings to fly. And with that, in that, I've been meeting you forever. I've been meeting you, and we've been only speaking about working, and we've worked and not worked time and time again, you know that. And at that point only, that night when I've got KAAFIR, I've met you at a party. That night, that very same night. And I've said, come tomorrow. Chinky or Sonam, for everybody. I've known her from my dharma days. And she's everything in my gut, or whatever I know of her. At least the work that she's done was not KAAFIR, was Trip or Gippy. But the person I know, or the person I read when I met her, or kept meeting her, told me that if I can't direct it, only she can. And she was wondering too, and she kept smiling. She's saying, "But why me?" And I'm saying, "It's only you. It always will be you." Then we were stuck that we said, okay, we need Vedant. Who will be Vedant? Who will be a man who is going to, carry this entire show on his shoulders along with you? Get that love story right. Get that human triumph right. And I've been a huge fan of Mohit's from his TV days, and so it was as simple as a phone call to him where I met him at the Marriott, and I told him, I narrated a story to him. And like you said, serendipity, he heard it and he said, "Bhai, I'm on."
So I have to share a secret with all of you. He narrated this 3-minute narration. He gave Tarun Katyal, he gave Mohit and me, and all 3 of us said yes.
And Sonam.
And Sonam. All 4 of us.
Only 3 minutes.
He is a great narrator, but he's a great human being. Because I think the first thing that you experience is the sensitivity he has to the story, which is what makes you feel the story. Thank you, Sid.
Thank you. There's one more thing about that song. Every time I met Bhavani, I have played Kya Khayal Hai to Bhavani. And I've said Kya Khayal Hai is the tone of KAAFIR. When I met Sonam, I played the same song to her and told her Kya Khayal Hai
Some more
is the tone
serendipity.
of KAAFIR.
Okay, now 1 second. Anand didn't tell Siddharth what he's going to sing today. So this is the kind of serendipity that has happened on this story and this collaboration. Thank you, Sid. Like the rays of the sun, concise and strong. So I'm going to get to my sunshine now and give her the opportunity to have the last word, because she must always have the last word. She has earned that honor. But before you speak, Sonam, I don't want to embarrass you, but I just want you to know you didn't prepare a speech, because that's not what you do. So Sonam is an antithesis of everything that one would perceive the director of KAAFIR to be. Only externally. In her heart, she beats KAAFIR. And I discovered that working with her. I'm not sure whether any of us would have been able to deliver what we have if it wasn't for her humanity, her love, and her belief. But more than anything else, her spirit and her optimism.
Yeah, her positivity, absolutely.
Tell us why KAAFIR, Sonam?
Yeah, why?
Why? I know you have like a serendipity of your own.
Yeah.
With the.
I should talk about it.
You should talk
That's the
about
only thing I
that.
can talk
Yes,
about.
please do.
So I just have to say that I, fortunately or unfortunately, don't see boundaries or differences. I just don't see it. So I don't know whether it's how I've grown up or what. I just don't know, because growing up we were like my mom's like half Punjabi, half Sardarni. My dad was like half Sardarni, half Mallu's ke bacche, and we look like we're from the northeast. So basically we were like whatever. We didn't know what we were, and people used to be like, "Tum kaun ho? Tum kaun?" I was like, "I don't know, yeah. I'm just like a human being. I don't care. Like I'm an Indian human being, and I don't know what it means to be this or that or whatever." So I've just grown up not seeing differences in color or race or age or gender or nothing. Yeah, especially gender. I don't understand why, like, this is a woman's job, this is a man's job. It just doesn't matter to me. I just see a human being, and that's what I see. So when I come across people talking about things like, this person is that, so that it's an other kind of thing, and it's not you, and we are like this, and this is us, and they are them. I'm like, what are you talking about? I don't get it. So for me, when I heard the story, that this fabulous narration that Sid has given with Kya Khayal Hai playing at the end, to me it just seemed like, why should this story not even just be made? Like, what's the big deal? Like, we have to make the story. There's no reason why people should say no to making this amazing story because of whatever political or whatever, like things can happen from it. It's just, the story and the characters are human, and we just have to follow that. And weirdly enough, like because I'm so like blind to all of this, I have a tattoo on my wrist, which is a crescent moon and a star. And when I went to get the tattoo, because I was just like, मुझे एक tattoo कराना है, मैं ये moon और star का tattoo कराऊंगी. The tattoo guy was like, but ये तो पाकिस्तान का flag आप tattoo करा रहे हो. And I was like, oh yeah, that is Pakistan's flag. Yeah, whatever, I don't care. And I got it tattooed. And then when Sid said this is the story, I was like, look, I have a tattoo. So I don't know. I just feel like it's stupid to segregate and divide us when we are, anyway, life is basically really hard anyway, guys. Like, let's not make it harder by creating rifts between us. So that's all I have to say.
There you go. That's Sonam for you.